Alright, here we are live with the MITS car series. We have a 15-lap feature as well as the qualifying session just up ahead of us. And we got an echo, so let me turn that off. There we go. Live stream is still trying to work itself out, but once it is, I'll post it, and then we'll be ready to go. Took about long enough. There we are. And I'm going to post this. Once we are, we'll start a pacing again. The pace car is going to go as quickly as it can here. We do not have our flagman, but that's okay. We might have you just retask as a flagman after this. Yellow flag is out. Or yellow flag is out. Go pacing. If someone's not going, just pass them. They're just AFK. And again, Monty, we need you to drive as fast as you can. Do not hold back. Just drive as fast as you can. These cars will hold up to you like they're nothing. So, Eris is struggling to get up the hill. I think it might be a bit of an issue here. Okay. We're going to have a 5-minute qualifying session. Of course, we're going to be based off the lead car, which whoever is leading at that very moment, as of now, that is, of course, I think, Midsummer. I think that's
I got timer
Tina.
ready.
Okay. So timer's ready? Alright, you'll do it once the leader crosses the line. Alright, everyone maintain 60, leader, or pace car, go as fast as you can. And if someone's going slow, just pass them. So, green flag is out. We are not going to run a pace car this race because pace car's too slow. On this track, at least. There we go. First car is in. That is Midsummer. We are going to clear the board now, though. No laps should be done. They're invalid. Under green flag period. Same thing for Eris, actually. If Eris crosses the line, I'm gonna... Okay. Yeah, Monty, just focus on flagging this one. Midsummer is our pace car driver. I mean, our
Pace car driver.
sleep deprivation's getting me, fella. I'm really sorry. Really sorry about that, Kelly.
That's all good.
Very tired. I only had 4 hours of sleep last night just because I was working a shit ton on the track.
Yeah.
We're trying to run what we can, and as well as we can at least. Nicolot still passes and will go top the board as of now. Gets passed by, well, virtually everyone. But he did take pack lead, so he is pack lead here. He'll be the one that determines whether or not we are going to, when the race. Or when qualifying ends, excuse me. You know, Kyle, you just take this over.
Yeah, I got you. All right. So up at the front right now, leading the pack is Nico Alex in the number 95 as he enters into turn number 8, the hairpin, coming down the hill. Coming up to turn number 9, right behind him, we got Extravaganza, which I don't know what his display name is, so I'm just going to call
Muffin.
him
That's Muffin.
That's Muffin? All right,
Yeah.
I'll call them Muffin.
But so far, Giram, the fastest car, might go quicker here. Nico does take quick time, but Giram takes it back. It's a 49.743. I took some caffeine just there, and I feel the placebo effect's working already.
Here comes Muffin. Oh, they get loose off at turn number 4. Keep it going, though. To the carousel, Nico still holding strong in the group.
Now, mind you,
Look at the board now.
Nico is the creator of this track, so a lot of experience here, just in every way. He is the track record holder also, did that last year, over a whole year ago, at last year's Patriot Grand Prix with this, I think it was called the Widowmaker. Now, Muffin is going to cut the corner there, and I don't know if that validates the lap or not, but let's see.
Let's see where the board shuffles up now.
And it does. So it looks like the board's not shuffling up a whole lot here. Gear, of course, is the pole so far. We are over halfway done with this qualifying session, and Giram actually sets a purple Sector 1.
Good shot for him, but really not too much a hole to worry about here, as he's still holding out strong in P1. Twin Turbo V6 still pretty much struggling to try and keep pace with him, trying to get into that first place position. Meanwhile, Nico sitting in third. So that's your top three as they run that purple Sector 1, though, looking very strong. They come up to the final few corners.
Now, mind you,
might
Nico,
be able to set a new quick time.
Nico's Sector 2 is also really fast. Look at that. He's got a green Sector 2. Might be able to take the quick time. Does not.
No, he does not, but he goes second.
So it does pass by Twin Turbo V6. Again, just another one of the legends out here in SLC. Giram has not gone any quicker, so doesn't matter though. He still is pole position. We are about a minute and a half left, so we got maybe enough room for 2 more laps. All depends on if Nico could get there in time or not.
He has a strong-looking lap right now, but no green or purple sectors, so he might not go quicker this lap, so he has one more shot to do it. Giram not so much in panic mode right now, as this lap isn't looking too strong for Nico Alex.
This is closing in for Nico. We might have 2 more laps from here. He's right on the limits. If he could manage it in time, this will either be perfectly in sync with the final lap or it won't. We will see. It all depends. So Nico has a lot to consider. Of course, he's not pole position, but does he want to keep a good chance of staying in second place? We haven't seen much from Twin. It doesn't look like anyone is really capable of passing him. Of course, there's Giram that's already ahead of him with a purple Sector 1. So it really just depends on how Nico does this lap.
It doesn't look like anything will quite improve for him. No purple sectors, no greens.
Oh, he cuts the chicane. I think he's desperate to get another lap out of it. Here he goes around the final turn. There's 3, 2, 1. Checkers.
And he misses it.
That is it. And checkers are out for Nico, Giram, Muffin, Gohan. If you guys could just stop there. I was gonna ask for a cooldown lap, but we are on a bit of a time crunch, so let's just line her up in the pits. All right. That is going to be it. Just finish up your laps while you're there. I think there's still a couple people still out. Eris is one of them. She currently sits on the board, but she's got a green Sector 1, Sector 2. Makes her way through the final chicane. And goes 4th on the board. Alright, if you guys can line up in the pits in your order, please. That's going to be Giram in first place. Second place could be Nikolaus. Twin is in third. 4th is Eris Netta, so Gohan, if you can back up for Eris. 5th is going to be Muffin, so Gohan's going to be behind Muffin. So, yeah, just switch you to Eris Netta if you could make it your way up to your position. Then it is... I don't want to... it's GG Man in 7th. And then 8th place is going to be Tina. We're going to check to see if there's anything on track. And D1, just flag this race. You'll do fine. We actually got a new flag stand here too. So this track actually never had a flag stand before, which is like crazy. I mean, could you imagine the oldest running SLC track without a flag stand?
No, I cannot.
Yeah. All right.
So how many pace laps you want to do? How many pace laps?
We're gonna do 2 pace laps now. I gotta clear out the field because if you miss this, I believe that should probably be it. So we're gonna clear out the extra MITS cars, and yeah, we're gonna go straight to the point. Now, of course, the MITS cars are a very popular class. Looks like we've got a pretty good field today. Pretty competitive, too. Everyone is within only like about a second and a half of each other, which is a pretty good pace. I think we got lots turning out for what could be a pretty good show. Alright, we got the field in the
Alright,
pad is
ready.
cleared out, and our flagman is ready. That is good to see. Homerman, Jake. Oh, Jake is here. Now, Jake, I got a story. He bought himself a CT200. Actually, Jake could probably be the pace car.
That was not the move. That was not the move.
That was not the move, says T7 Jake. Or says JD Smelling.
I am not T7 Jake. What the fuck?
You're not T7 Jake. Actually, Jake, if you want to be the pace car driver, the pace car's over here. If you want. There's definitely going to be a lot of cautions today. So, we're going to clear off our pole is Giram. We're going to clear the board. Change all laps. -2. Change all C0. We will be lenient on cuts, but if you are observed doing intentional cuts, you will be penalized. So do not cut the chicane. That will be a 5-second penalty if we catch you doing that. So that chicane there. If you don't want a penalty, let's say you do that by accident, then just slow down for like a second or two. And try not to get an advantage out of that. No Miata Sim Pace cars drive. It's been upgraded with an extra 100 horsepower. So. See. This is terrible. Okay.
Get the Lexus. It goes over 200.
It got removed for lag. Alright.
Oh.
So this is, again, our field. Tina's in the back. We got, GG Man in 7th. We got Gohan in 6th. 5th place going to be Muffin. 4th place going to be Arisnetta. 3rd place going to be Twin Turbo V6. Nicolaus in 2nd. And Gearman 1st. That is your grid. Watch the lights. They're going to be turning yellow right now. We got 2 pace laps here to get ourselves settled. Please stay behind the car ahead of you. Don't go too far behind, but don't go too close. You could be on the rear bumper,
You're back off from the pacer car.
He's okay. He's okay.
Back up a little. Oh.
No, he's okay. Once we reach the hill, the pace car is going to go full speed. Alright, Kelly, who do you think your pick for today is? We got 3 big names up there in the front. Nicolaus, Twin Turbo V6, and Garrett. But don't forget about Arisnetta or Muffin. Or mind you, Gohan. All those names there are pretty significant.
Well, it may sound pretty generic for going for this, but you know what? He's been looking strong all practice session and qualifying sessions. I think I'm going to have to go with the 12R of Giram. Strong in qualifying, strong in practice. He looks promising today, but definitely look out for Nico Alex, creator of Track Loans, and he's looking very strong and definitely looking for a win today in the Patriot Grand Prix. So definitely not counting him out.
Something tells me Arisnetta's got something cooked up. She's changed her livery. Wondering if she's going to be any faster out of this little ordeal. Now we got 1 lap to go, so that should be our lights turning off here. Thank you there. And with 1 lap left, looks like pacing's been doing pretty good, so I do appreciate you guys for doing as best as you can for pacing. You're going to want to pick up speed up the Faux Rouge area, which is the name that has been given to the turns 2 and 3. I don't think Nicolaus is a very big fan of those names, but...
No.
That's your answer. There's a good chance Nico might come up on top, especially, again, having the experience he has at this track. It might come to clutch. Alright, Jake, if you could pick up pace, everyone else, just maintain 60 here. Yeah, just maintain 60. Need a little bit closer there, Jake, to the pit lane. Watch the lights. And don't pass till the start-finish line. And hold your pace. And the green flag comes out with a huge lag spike,
Right.
but we're good.
Lights are off, and away we go for the Miata feature from Track Loans for the Patriot Grand Prix. Opening the road course portion of this event. Gear him off to an early race lead as Nico Alex gets caught up in this in the grass. Going to keep it going, coming up into turn number 5. Gear him still holding off, coming into the carousel. Twin Turbo V6 and Nico Alex starting to close in a little bit. Nico Alex looking on the inside. Dives it in, coming up into the hairpin. Runs a little wide, but dives it in back low out of the hairpin. He's going to get second place, naps it.
That was an
Coming up
absolutely...
into turn number 9. Gearham is opening up quite the big lead here.
Oh, Nico Alex is
Nico
around!
Alex is around!
lot of room still left in this race, but that is a big mistake to make. You can see a 3-car pack there between Arisneta Gohan and Muffins. They've been battling it throughout this race so far. Twin actually had a really good start. Was closing in on Nico, and I think it just about passed him off of turn 1, and the two have been at it, but maybe Twin might be a big player in this. Really depends on how consistent he could be. As last night's Rots Mod feature win, and also won the Micros. So, something at play.
Definitely, Twin Turbo V6 is always a force to be reckoned with. Definitely, when you start counting him out, he always proves the doubters wrong. Nico Alex is going to have a lot of ground to make up if he wants to have any shot at winning this race. Of course, Miatas always do have a couple of cautions and features that they have, so no doubt about it, he will have a couple of chances to get back up at the front, but just matters about how consistently he can run.
Get out of the way.
Try to track down these front runners. Meanwhile, Guillermo opening up a can of whoop-ass very early on, and he's starting to open up a pretty sustainable gap between him and Twin. Up into the hairpin. Nothing to be gained there from Twin Turbo V6 as he runs wide.
Battle for the podium stirring up. By the way, last lap Muffin went very wide. Went all the way from, I think, 3rd to 5th place. So, here they are again. And, yeah, we got a little 3-car battle stirring up for the 3rd place spot.
And let's go to that. Meanwhile, up in the back, Gohan trying to hold off Arisneta. They enter turn number 1. Arisneta going over the rumble strips. They head up through the S's. Coming up to turn number 4. Gohan runs wide, still holding off Arisneta. He's all the way up in the grass. She gets loose. Here comes Muffin on the inside. Tries to make a pass or set up something off of 5. Not quite gonna work there.
Was a pretty wild little mistake there by Aris, but she still held up. But here's Muffin side by side down the hill.
Here they go, coming into turn number 9, side by side. Muffin's going to use those rumble strips. Runs wide, gets the momentum, makes the pass. Can they hold on to it out of the corner? They will. Muffin moves up to 4th.
Looks like the field is starting to spread out a little bit. Of course, these 3 are still all within attack range of each other, as long as they can move up a little.
Yeah, no, Jake, if you couldn't tell from the laps on the lap timer, yeah, this is definitely qualified. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, this is like a heat race, you know?
Yeah, this is just a warm-up.
Oh! Muffin hits the wall off the hairpin!
In the hairpin. God damn it, I can't speak.
Holy shit, 2 commentators, neither of us are able to speak right now. We woke up early as shit for this. I stayed up so late last night. And now Nicholas might become a player in being able to pass for that, I think that's the 5th place spot. That was a very big mistake by Muffin at one. I think everyone has done that one at Track Loans at some point. There's those that have hit the hairpin wall and those that will. You know, it just really happens to the better of us. You know, you're just trying to get as close as you can. We got a battle stirring up here. Muffin's on the move with Arisneta. Down the hairpin.
Those two back at it again for a battle for position. We go to that as Nico Alex is going to become a player in that battle, and Rarisnetta will run wide out of turn number 10.
Muffin side by side with Nicolauds out of the final turn, but Nicolauds is going to clear them on the straight. We're about halfway done with this race, by the way, so Crosswise, I think, would be out.
No, you got one more lap before we're halfway, Robo. Don't prematurely call it.
You're right. I read,
God damn it, Robo.
I read the laps on the board. Now, we might be seeing 3 wide here. Look at that. All the way for the, I think that's the 4th place spot. Just a absolutely stellar 3-way battle. Here they are, 3 wide through the hairpin. Whoa,
and
my
Eris
goodness.
will tag the wall. And she'll back out of that battle real quickly. It is just as fast as she entered it. Here we go. Coming up into turn number 9, it is all Muffin and Nico Alex for the 4th place spot. Muffin's going to get the advantage.
You know, something we completely forgot. Garam completely lost the lead to Twin. Off camera. I'm not sure what happened, so I sincerely apologize for missing that shot. There was just a crazy battle there for the 4th place. So, significant there. Significant gap. Definitely happened in the last lap. I assume he must have hit the hairpin wall. It's taking a little bit wider, so that's my assumption.
I guess so. Oh, new race leader, Twin Turbo
Nico
V6.
taps the wall. Oh, the hairpin. It's happening to a bunch of people.
Yeah, rough day for the number 95 of Nico Alex. Not really the day that he wanted. Started 3rd, and now he's shifted back to about 5th or 6th. I think it's 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, that's its place.
Definitely a heartbreaker there for Nico as we enter 7 to go. We're entering the closing stages of this race. So far, Twin Turbo V6 maintaining good lead over Guillermo, 2 seconds across the line. As we go on board with the 32 Team Lotus machine. And he's looking strong and consistent, and that's all you really need to do. All you got to do is be the consistent driver. You don't have to be the quickest. You just got to be the most consistent, and Twin Turbo V6 is definitely proving that right now. That consistency is all it takes to be a contender for a race like this. Coming up to about 5 to go. Next time by. 32 rolling through the S's with little to no pressure from behind. Guillermo all the way back down the hill. Coming up through turn 4, and Twin Turbo V6 will continue his domination of this portion of the race as we go back to the battle for 4th.
So 4th place, that's between Muffin and Eris. The gap has shrunk a little bit, but still about a second or so between the two. Muffin's going to go high through the exit, and that might be intentional. That's not exactly a bad line here, but he goes tight on his entrance to the hairpin. That's a very bad exit. Eris is going to get probably the best exit, so that probably took at least half a second away from these two. You could actually visibly see only about 5 car lengths.
5 fingers from the flag stand, 5 to go for the Miata feature for the Patriot Grand Prix. Twin Turbo V6 opens up that the gap to about 3 seconds between him and Guillermo. Again, just showing that consistency that we always like to see from that 32 Lotus machine. Meanwhile, we go back to the battle for 4th. Working on closing that gap.
Yeah, Muffin just went a little bit wide, and nothing really too significant, but Eris is closing in little by little.
She's slowly reeling in that number 621 machine. She'll have to keep working on it as we're coming up to about 4 to go. So a little time to reel in that 621, but if a mistake is made like that again, Rarisnetta will have a 4th place spot on her hands. Back to the lead at hand. 4 seconds is the difference.
So Twin is starting to get a groove around this track, starting to outrun Guillermo. Guillermo might be falling under stress, or he could be potentially, might be making more and more mistakes. Twin is just trying to outrun him, and I actually think I see Gohan catching up to Guillermo.
Something must be happening with Guillermo's team. and the number 12R. Somebody struggling in this later half of the race. They definitely got to start figuring it out with only about 3 to go. They definitely need to figure out what is going on. The difference is still 4 seconds.
Arisnetta getting a good run here on Muffin. They've closed down the gap to about 3 car lengths, making their way down the front straightaway. Now to turn number 1. Arisnetta, every single turn, 1 car length closing in. Up the hill they go. Muffin's going to get into the grass. Ayers goes wide. Definitely closing in. We go. Let's see if Nico's on board, catch this battle from an interesting angle. Ayers goes a little bit wide, and Muffin goes around the carousel.
Around out of the carousel, and that is all she wrote for the 621 machine in the 4th place spot. Heartbreaker for Muffin.
And it's actually Nets time. It's Nets time.
Next time, I was like,
that's okay. So we are on the preliminary lap of Twin. He's up in the club sector around the carousel. A completely clear track for now. About even between the gap of Giram from 1st and 3rd. But the battle for the 4th place spot still. Let's see how it's doing. Nico's actually closing in on Ayers, and Ayers goes wide, almost does the same thing that Muffin did. So here's Nico, about a car length from Arisnetta.
Meanwhile, Twin Turbo V6 entering the front straightaway. He gets the white flag from the flag stand. One more circuit around track loans for the Miata feature. And the second difference is a 4.4. Twin Turbo V6 all but booked out for this event, as Guillermo might just have to settle for second unless something major happens here with the 32-team Lotus machine, as I do not think will happen. He rolls through the carousel pretty strongly, and he's coming up on lap traffic. I believe that is Tina.
I think that is. So final time around the hairpin. But Arisnetta has been cleared by Nico, but she's still in attack range, so definitely going to be the final lap battle here. As Twin makes his way around the last couple set of turns through the final S's. Onto the front stretch he goes. Your MITS car Patriot Grand Prix winner is Twin Turbo V6. Second place.
And Twin Turbo V6 gets the last lap for the Miata feature from track loans for the Patriot Grand Prix.
We're going to see a photo finish here for the 4th place spot here between Arisnetta and Nico Alex. Gohan's finish in 3rd, but 4th place goes to Nico. Arisnetta going to be in 5th place. In 6th place, we will be seeing Muffin as she goes around the final turn onto the front stretch, crosses the line. A couple other cars left here. Gina makes their way across the line. In the 7th place spot, we got one more car, and that is GG Man. And GG Man will close out the field. So our quick time was Twin Turbo V6.
Twin Turbo V6 has his turn signal of victory on right now. Oh, never mind. He turned it off. Oh, no, never mind. He turned it back on.
Turns it back on. The victory lane.
Oh, he has his hazards on, boys.
He has his hazards on. Yo.
Oh, God.
All right. If we could get the top 3 here, we are going to do a podium shot. Twin, if you want to do a couple donuts, you can, but I will set the podium up. So we're going to get a podium set up for Giram and Gohan and Twin. I'll teleport them. And Twin is still going to go around doing his celebratory donuts on the front stretch. Very well deserved win by Twin. Second place, 3rd place is going to be over here. Second place is going to be over here. Your drinks are going to be inside of these boxes, so if you just walk up to them, you can probably get your drink. If you backspace, you'll break them, so yeah.
You need to get a better
Alright.
suit, JD.
Alright, so we got
Really do. Or about my interviewing the top 3 or everybody? Okay. I will handle interviews accordingly. I think we're still working on getting the cars up.
Alright, if you guys could if you guys want to stick around, you could get your interview. We'll start off with Twin here.
Twin Turbo V6. Oh, am I unmuting him?
No, I'm unmuted.
Oh, okay. Man, Twin Turbo V6. Another day, another win, another open can of whoop ass there from you and the 32 Team Lotus machine. That was an absolute, just as they say, a stud of a victory from you and that team today from the Miata feature. What do you got to say on your pretty dominant win today from Patriot Grand Prix Miata feature? Oh.
I mean, wasn't really much to talk about. I thought it was gonna be really competitive between the 3 of us, Nico, Guillermo, and me. Because the qualifying was like really close, but I feel like it was just because I didn't get much practice at all. I definitely improved throughout the race, so I felt like if I maybe got like 10 extra laps of practice, I probably would have done a lot better. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel bad for Garam. I don't really know what happened there because I was more so focusing on looking at the corner instead of looking at Garam. But I definitely saw him go a little wide, and he ended up crashing like right in front of me, like on lap one of the early laps, I think. And I was kind of, I was just hoping that he didn't, because I was wanting to try to catch up to him at least, so I could have some sort of pressure against me. But yeah, definitely, definitely was really unlucky from him. These cars are very sensitive on curbs, more so than rocks muds, which is unusual, but I guess that's just how they're built. And yeah, it was all right. Just once I was in open air, I just definitely pushed a lot harder than I was beforehand. So I felt like I probably would have won regardless, since I felt like I had a little bit more pace than Giram. But overall, we were pretty close throughout the entire race. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, strong run by you in the 30.
Yeah.
Strong run by you guys in the 32 team. That was an awesome run for you guys in the Miata feature. Anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to thank for your guys' win today from Track Loans? I guess not.
I wanna thank this champagne bottle for giving me a hangover tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you for talking to us, Twin. It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you next time. All right. Second place finisher for driving for DGS number 12R, Guillermo FX. You have a copy?
Be good.
Huh?
Should be unmuted.
Yeah,
he didn't want to interview. My internet is also going out again.
Okay, so who are we interviewing next?
Let me see the order. I think it was. I think fourth place was. Uh, it was. It was Nico Outs. So Nico Outs, the track owner himself, a bit of an upwards battle here. Um, I'll let JD interview you because I think he'd rather talk. I think he'd rather talk to him than me.
No, I think he wants to talk to you, Robo.
I
I
don't know.
think I'll let you get this one.
What do you say, Nico?
I said, "Oh, you're unfair." Well,
Hey, that's some inspirational stuff right there. You got this, Robo.
All right, let me see if the stream is still going on. See what wild shit's gonna go on. All right, so that was a bit of a up and down race, although the end seemed to go pretty up with all things to consider. A top 5 finish. Got ahead of Aris by the end, so it seems like you and Aris are having a pretty good battle at the end. Couple rough patches at the start, but I think towards later half things were smoothing out. So I don't know. What do you guys say about today's race, Nico?
I say, well, I just came here for fun. I was bored, so I just come in and race a little bit. Didn't really expect to do any much for pace-wise. Didn't expect me to be up at the top 3 at quali. But yeah, just fucked up at the start. And then had a fun little battle with Eris at the end. Yeah, it was real fun. Good on her. She really hold her own at the end there.
Despite this, you did come up on top and take that 4th place just by the end for her. All right. Anything else you'd like to say? Any plans to run actually the time attack? Because I feel like that might be something might be under attack this next day.
I will be coming to do the time attack if I'm free, but not to go for the record or anything of the sort. I'm just gonna come and put her on a little gas something.
All right, that's fun. Your record was set about a year ago. There was a car that might just about shatter it, so we'll see where that one goes. You still have the human record. I don't know if Eris is going for it. But you still have those bragging rights. So,
If someone beats it, I might come back another year. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be awesome. All right. Well, thank you there, Nico. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Thank you.
GG to everybody who won.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, we are gonna set up the GTI race in just a bit. There's a couple other people to interview though. So, the rest of the results, I think we have Tima. We don't. What the fuck am I doing? Arisnet, I almost forgot you. Arisnet finishing off in 5th place. I am so sorry. So Arisnet with a P5 finish, a good battle at the very end of the race. Just a little bit short end to Nika. But overall, pretty good performance. Been your first time back, I think, since April. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was my
Mhm.
because it was gone in May. Yeah, fun battle, fun everything really. This is cool. It was fun. I honestly wish I could get eventually at some point, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I forgot. My grandmother called me midway through the race, so I had to like very sloppily like pick up the call and put it on speaker. That's partially the reason why I dropped so far past like Nico and Muffin so quickly, because I was trying to talk to her while I was just driving and I just could not multitask. I could not do those two at the same time. So I ended up like falling back. Uh I feel like if I had practiced it would have been fine. Honestly, I I'm gonna do some checks with the cars because I I don't know if it's because one of them is red and the other one is white, but driving the NA for qualifying felt a lot different to driving the NB for the race. This because the race cars, like the 2 race cars that I have like way different steering and all that. So they turn like a lot more and they're easier to kick around. Meanwhile, these are kind of just like floaty pieces of garbage that are also slow. Like that's kind of their philosophy. So I'll try to get that sorted out. Hopefully for the next round. I don't even remember what the next round was.
The next round of
I
MITS
don't
car.
remember. Yeah.
I believe it's either Lakeside Castle Raceway or Imperator de Vresi or Yars PST or whatever the fuck it's. How the fuck you say it? De Vresi, yeah.
Both of those are most going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Depressy.
Depressing, real. I mean, honestly, if it's Lakeside, I'm probably gonna switch it to give it more development time because it does need a lot of development.
Lakeside.
Yeah.
What did Lakeside do to you?
It needs changes, a few changes, small ones like different curb and pit lane. I was thinking of moving the pit to the inside.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't have enough pit space for everyone.
Okay, and
It's even worse
just
than
go to the parking
this track,
lot and do your tire swap there.
bruh. Anyways, yeah, nice car, I must say. Thank you there, Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and yeah. Okay. Oh, she just disappeared. She's a spontaneously appearing and disappearing creature.
I combusted.
Oh, God.
Next time you're gonna see me, I'm gonna be in like Connecticut.
Alright.
I'm gonna pronounce it like it's Connecticut.
So next person, well, we did have Tima. Is True Alt one of the people? By chance, Harris?
Yeah, he's the GG man.
All right, GG man. All right, good to know. Oh, watch your mic.
He said he doesn't have a mic, by the way.
Oh, you doesn't want an interview?
No,
Okay.
he said he doesn't have a mic.
He doesn't have a mic. Okay. I don't know. What's here? Let me move Kelly for a second. So I don't know. I set up a new one tomorrow. Okay, so GG man here. Think this might maybe be your first race. Of course, like we've seen throughout the weekend, first races usually tend to be very tough, especially on big tracks and big races like these. Still held up all right. I think he avoided being put a lap down by Twin, which there's a lot of people that I could say this weekend were not so lucky. So, so far so good. Of course, this is the first road course race of the weekend. Are you also here for the GTI race by chance? Just curious. All right. Oh, so that's the Dodge Viper, right? All right. All right. So, good to see you there. Hopefully that one will go well. It's gonna be an interesting race with all things to consider. I know this race didn't go exactly very well, but it is a learning experience. I've heard. So, let's see what you can do. I don't know. How was your race? How was the track? Like, how's the track making you feel so far? Because I know it's very dynamic and a lot of turns that are a little bit abnormal for SLC. A little old school. It's good just learning overall. Felt good. Just a bit of lines you got to work on. Yeah, best advice, honestly, just stick behind the faster cars or watch them, and you will genuinely learn a lot of stuff. Make sure you got your sound on. If you do H-chassis racing, you're best off with sound, trying to figure out when people are doing stuff. So that is good to it's good to hear. Do you think your performance is going to do any differently during the GTI race? We'll wait for his response. And he's gone. Alright, so with that being said, thank you guys for watching. That has been the MITS car feature. Of course, we got a bunch of other stuff rolling on today. Also, not to forget, there is also another class with SLC that might be starting off on the road course tomorrow. That will be the Plots Body Series. We need signups for that, so if you're interested, make a car. It's quite literally the easiest UV map on the planet to work on. Like, Ares' UVs are easy, but that is like double easy, you know? So, if you guys want to race a stock car, a real stock car class in SLC, more so than the ROTS mods, that's the way to go. So, we are going to be doing a couple more races today, obviously. This is just the opening feature on the road course. We will be doing the GTI series at 12. That is GT3 cars. That's going to be a 45-minute race, roughly, at 2 p.m. We are going to be, or 2:30. It was originally going to be at 2 p.m., but because of scheduling concerns, it's been moved up to 2:30. This will allow a Super Indy race. Super Indies are like Indy cars, but even faster, a little bit.
Super.
They're Super Indies. They're Indy cars, but super. They're a little bit different in appearance and sound-wise. They run the flat plane V8s. After that, at 5 p.m., we're going to be running Formula Micros, which are like Super Indies, but a lot simpler. The races are a lot more casual and short. They're faster on the smallest tracks compared to most other classes. Tracks still would be too small generally to run the Super Indies, but they tend to be fast, so they might be one of the faster classes. At 7 p.m., we'll be closing off the night with the ROTS mods with the 30-lap feature. Should be fun to watch. So, with that being said, we'll see you guys in about an hour for the GTI feature, and I gotta set that track up.